laptops and cell phones and screens. Now, you need to be more interesting in the video game. You need to know more than Google. Or, you need to give the children Google and not need to know anything. But you're not the same as the child in your classroom. Your child is a digital native, which means he was born in a world of technology. You have had to marrow yourself into learning it, right? So, one of the things that both the book did, so at Cathedral when we started doing the book, what it did was, it taught people many things. So it will teach you things like how to differentiate between those three kinds of children. It will tell you, it will tell you that listening and speaking, if you need to do a large volume of listening and speaking in your class, how many periods should you do listening and speaking? And how many should you then do reading and writing in grade 1 and 2? Should you stop listening and speaking in class 5 and 6, or should you continue it till then? If your essay topic in class 2 and 3 is my family, my child, my family, my best friend, my pet, in class 5 it should not be the same. It should be very sophisticated. By the time you're in class 8, you should be talking about Arvind Kejriwal and corruption. You should be talking about the effect, what models like Sita and Draupadi mean for the Indian woman today. You need to be, so that's the kind of rigor. Now if you examine the curriculum that you're studying, do you find that rigor exists? No. If you don't work very hard on you don't have to work very hard on the learning or understanding what the chapter is about. But if you were in class 8, the chapter should be challenging for you to even teach. That's the kind of rigor your children need to have. So the thing with empowering English is that it's layered in scale, which means it builds in terms of complexity as you go higher. And the children, and it's totally skill based. So it's not 4 poems, 10 chapters and that's all, one literature piece. It's 20 skills. Under comprehension there are skills like predicting, what will happen next, summarizing, paraphrasing or putting your own words, what's the main idea, saliency determination. If I had to put the entire passage into 2 words or 1 line, what would I say? And similarly in reading there are 4 skills, and in writing there are 10 skills, and so on and so forth. And it's not just you who need to be educated on those skills, your children need to be as well. So if you're giving them a speaking task, they need to have a rubric. If you speak for 2 minutes, I'm going to judge you on your ideas, on the fluency and how fast those ideas come and convert into language and come out of your mouth. How confident you are, the kind of vocabulary you use, and so on. But the child needs to know this before you give him the speech test, so he's targeting those things. Then that child who gets 3 on 10 knows in order to get 5 on 10, I've got 0 and using of adjectives. So if I use 2 adjectives, I'll get 1 point, and he can improve.